John 1, verse 5, and the light shines on in the darkness, for the darkness has never overpowered it, put it out, or has not absorbed it. It has not appropriated it, and it is unreceptive to it. My prayer when I leave home on a big trip like this, and most every day, is, Lord, use me from doorstep to doorstep, going out and coming back. And he never lets me down, even though it surprises me every time I ask for it. He gives it to me, and I'm surprised. We can all focus on the event. I was going to Thailand to minister to the women rescued from the sex industry. Well, God, he had more than that planned for me. On the flight to Tokyo, the stewardess asked me if I was with this big group of women. I said, yeah, why? And she said, well, do you all go to the same church? And I said, no, we're from all over the United States. We just met, most of us. She said, wow. Well, let me tell you about you guys. I can tell there's something really special about you. And I said, well, how can you tell? She said, by the way you treat each other and the way you're treating us. This followed me into Bangkok when I saw the same girls from last year that I'd met. They had grown. They were brighter, cleaner, healthier, filled with joy and hope, and feeling the love of God. I was approached one day in the lobby of our hotel by 4 beautiful Iranian women. They were tourists. They wanted to know all about us. They'd seen our signs, women of hope. That's the words we use over there. If you say women at risk, it causes too much risk. So we call ourselves women of hope. So they wanted to know, and they kept saying, we women of hope? We women of hope? I said, yes, you are. Anyways, they kept touching us, rubbing our arm, and she kept holding my hand and talking to me. As I watched their husbands get on a chartered bus full of prostitutes and leave the hotel. And the women stood and talked to me. As I said, well, I got to go now, the one looked at me and said, she rubbed my cheek and she said, you have such a happy face. And I wondered what she really saw. You know, she saw Jesus. She didn't, I'm not that much to look at. So the biggest gift I got was how mightily God used me to minister to the women on our team. These new sisters of mine, Keith, our family just gets bigger. I was privileged to spend a lot of time with Kristen. She's from Oklahoma City. She is a plane crash survivor. Her hands and arms are burnt up to her elbows and disfigured. This was her first flight from that accident 10 years ago. She was so brave, and the devil threw everything he could at that girl. Panic attacks, not on the plane when we got there. Demonic oppression, fear, insecurity. She held my hand through the red light district until we got to the Grace Hotel. And then she went and sat at a table with 3 prostitutes and ate dinner with them and hugged them and loved them. And she had a party over in this bar with 3 prostitutes. And afterwards she came over and she went, oh, I ate the food. Am I going to get sick? And I said, no, God's not going to let you get sick. I was honored by 2 other women on my team. They asked me to, if I would come and spend some time with them in their rooms, and they shared their stories of past abuse with me that they hold secret. And in their shame, we prayed and cried, and God was there. Thanks.